Yes.
For you. Just as a way of respect, you know what to do. Let's be upstanding for our minister. As she takes place. Welcome, Waziri, to address the staff.
Thank you.
You may take your seat.
Yeah. I'll do it while sitting.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Waziri. Before we came here, we had, they call a tete. Yeah. And I have learned so many things from Waziri. And I'm very grateful and glad to actually be closer to her today, because I have been following her on social media, on YouTube. When I was mentioned as the CS for public service, I had to actually do my research. And one was on her. So I learned so many things, and I picked to making sure that I give it the best. And with this team of men and women of competence, I think this ministry will continue to flourish. So allow me to read my speech, then tachanganya na Kiswahili as usual. So, Professor Kobia, PhD, EGH, my colleague and outgoing Cabinet Secretary. Hon Dr. J.B. Kilimo, EGH, Chief Administrative Secretary. Principal Secretaries, Ms. Mary Kimonye, CBS, and Professor Colette A. Suda, CBS. Ministry officials present, members of the press, good morning. I am pleased to join you this morning to this ministerial handing over ceremony. At the onset, I wish to express my gratitude to His Excellency the President for appointing me as Cabinet Secretary for the Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action. It is indeed humbling and a great honor. Allow me to appreciate the outgoing Cabinet Secretary for her strong, and this, I wanted this to be in bold, and indeed it is in bold. Allow me to appreciate the outgoing Cabinet Secretary for her strong leadership and hard working during her tenure in this ministry. I look forward to continue her legacy and draw upon her wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry sits at the core of our national development. On the one hand, public service is the engine of service delivery to the citizens. And on the other hand, gender and affirmative action are weighty and urgent issues that our nation must focus on. If we are to attain all-inclusive and transformative development, women forms the majority of our population. I joined this ministry full aware of the enormity and importance of the assignment before me and the team I will be working with, as well as the high expectations of Kenya regarding the performance of this ministry. It is therefore important to note that we have no choice but to hit the ground running. I am encouraged to know that I will benefit from the work my predecessor, Professor Kobia, who has ably steered the ministry and delivered transformative programs to women, youth, and PWDs, especially under the affirmative action programs, and spearheaded development of critical policies for public service management. Thank you, Waziri. Thank you, Madam CS. I wish you well in your future plans. CS Kobia has this morning given me a detailed brief of key priorities and achievements of the ministry. I will be guided by the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, build on this achievement on each of key areas of focus. On the public service, I will work to ensure that we have an efficient and effective public service through, one, having the right people with the right skills in the right jobs. Efficient utilization of public resources that to reduce wastage while increasing performance and productivities. Adherence of national values and principles as per Article 10, 232, and Chapter 6 of the Constitution. To continue to drive in bringing transformation in public service delivery agenda of the public service at both levels of government. On gender, I note that a lot has been achieved over the years in the areas of gender equality, women empowerment, especially representation in decision making, breaking the silence on gender-based violence, and economic empowerment. However, more are still remain to be done. One, priority will be given to women's economic empowerment, ending GBV and implementation of the constitutional provisions of Article 81B of not more than 2/3 of either gender. To develop an affirmative policy and to support the finalization of the process of merger of affirmative action funds into the proposed Biashara Bank. And number 9, in implementing this broad mandate, I will be guided by the spirit of the Sustainable Development Goal of leave no one behind. Inclusivity, engagement, and partnership will remain key. As you know, the issues under gender ministry are cross-cutting. The Ministry of Public Service, Gender, and Affirmative Action is one of the enablers of this agenda. For all the other ministry to deliver on this agenda, the country requires a high, efficient, and result-based public service. So public service transformation will remain a key on focus for me in order to ensure service are provided in an efficient and effective manner, that public service resources are used for intended purposes. Public servants embrace the right culture in delivery of services and creating an enabling environment for facilitating national development. Ladies and gentlemen, to succeed, I am full aware that I cannot do this alone. Each and every officer has a role to play. My role as a CS will provide the requisite leadership, direction, and environment to inspire and encourage high performance in the ministry and to build the requisite networks and partnership with our key stakeholders within and out government. I urge the heads of departments to build strong teams within their various departments and to adhere to a specific target expressed in the government's development agenda under the MTIP and the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto. My vision and desire is to run a highly cohesive and citizen-responsive ministry, guided by the values and principles of governance and the various policies already in place. As I conclude, I wish to express special appreciation to the team at the Parliamentary Service Commission who supported me in delivering on the PSC mandate. I hope to bring from PSC useful insights in the management of the affairs of this ministry. Let me end by wishing you all a good day and invite you to join me as we work to deliver services to our citizens. Finally, I would like to wish our outgoing cabinet secretary the very best for the future and God's blessing in the next chapter of her journey. May God bless you, Madam CS, and I wish you all the best in your new endeavors. Asanteni. Yeah, asanteni sana. And Madam Kobia, I want to assure you, with this great team,